hello. Welcome back to Colorful Voices of Sisterhood. We are so glad you are joining us today. Diana, we have a fabulous guest with us today.
We sure do. It's Octavia Thomas. She's going to be with us today speaking about national wellness, empty nester. Octavia is a speaker, an educator, a mother of 4.
Wow.
I don't know where you don't see this, but also a grandmother.
No way.
A grandmother to one that's going to be going to high school. She loves just encouraging people.
Yeah.
She's a motivator. She's a traveler. She works for Delta Airlines. Ooh, so she flies.
Yes.
And Octavia, you just came back from...
I did. I just came back from Madrid. I got back yesterday. The trip before that was to Athens, Greece. I was there during the 4th of July. So yes, had an opportunity just to be able to see the rest of the world a little bit.
Now, is that part of your national wellness?
I would say that. It's a great question. I definitely think that travel can be a part of your wellness if that's about you, but it's not necessarily that you have to go across the world to get that. You can just do something different. You can rest. I think rest is a big part of that. Laughter is a part of that. Being present is what I really want to be able to do. So whether you're traveling, far away or, right here in your local community, just being able to take a moment to be present wherever you are, to me, is just such a treasure to shut down and to, to kind of reconnect with the things that are important to you. So that's what I think is a part of wellness.
I love that you said be present, because a lot of times, especially as a mother, you kind of take for granted those moments in time until they're done and you don't get that moment back.
Absolutely.
And I think that's probably why grandparents spoil grandchildren, because you know how precious that moment is when they do something.
Yes.
But being present, today you just don't see it as much because I think everybody's on their phones. Even when you go to a restaurant and you're there to enjoy a meal together, a lot of people will be on their phones during the whole time and miss that opportunity to be together as a family.
I agree with you. Part of travel that I have learned is that it is very much our American way to be busy, to really continue to climb the ladder of success, and being busy is part of that. What I have learned, as I do have the blessed opportunity to travel across the world, is that, like in Madrid, siesta was a big part of that. So they shut down and just rest and relax and spend time in conversation. And I think that's a huge gift, is to be able to, as you just said, just engage with one another. How much more can we learn from one another if we're actually sitting and not on our phones and enjoying the meal and having a great time?
I love that.
Go ahead.
I know when we went to France, they did the same thing.
Yes.
Like all the shops just closed the doors. I think it was like from noon until 2. It was like 2 hours. They shut down in the middle of the day so they could go home and have lunch with their family and converse amongst each other.
Yes.
So that to me was strange, but I was like, what a great concept.
I still got the same amount of work done.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
the same my culture in Ethiopia. We do 3 times a day. Early in the morning, the community come together, make a coffee, ceremony coffee. We eat breakfast together. That's when they talk about what happened last night, if something happened, whatever. And then lunchtime is another coffee. Like you were saying. No, for real. Then we go to every day somebody do coffee. Okay, today's my mom, she's doing coffee. The next day is the neighbor. And then I go let them know, hey, the coffee's ready. The community come. We sit down, we eat, we drink coffee, we eat popcorn for 2 hours to 3 hours. Then everybody goes to their house. And Djibouti is the same thing. Like you say, Djibouti is the same, from 11:30 until 2:30, nobody goes to work. Everybody go to home and eat with family, rest, take a nap, and go to work.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. You don't need to go far and travel together to do something. But I mean, we have beautiful beaches here. Just go drive around, see the sceneries. I mean, it's a good feeling.
Yes, absolutely.
Even take a time to just drink coffee. That's my thing.
Yeah, you say the coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, sit down and drink coffee.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get my coffee. I push my phone. It's me time.
Yeah.
Or
that.
tea.
Whatever
Whatever
you
talking about
favorite
spilling the
drinking.
tea.
Yes.
Spilling tea and
Yes.
drinking, talking, and catching up on what's going on in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But I think that's missed
Very
here.
important.
And I think that was requires a lot of sickness because we're so busy really doing nothing, because I don't think we know how to steward our time. Whether if you need to get up early in the morning, to do, I like to do stuff later at night. That is for some unknown reason my peace time.
Yes.
I can do it. But reading, and I love being by the water. It's one of my favorite times.
Yeah.
Or even the
does too.
sound of water.
Yes.
So I got that app on my phone with the ocean noises. I just put that on and just sit there and just
Jeff does that.
decompress. Yeah.
Before he goes to bed, he
Yes.
plays that.
It really helps me. It relaxes me because you can feel the tension. I don't know if you guys get, but sometimes when you're working all day and going from one event to another and just talking to people, that really takes a toll on you. And I can feel the tension. And when I put that on and just lay there with my little cup of tea, like it goes away.
Yeah.
That's the secret to, like, so when I travel, when I got to Madrid, it's whatever time of day it is, or any country, but when you get there, room darkening blinds are heaven on earth. Because you can make it nighttime anytime you want. And then I lay down and I turn on ocean sounds. It's really funny you say that. And I put on the ocean sounds to mimic water. And like you said, here locally we have the beach literally 20, 30 minutes away, so we can access that and just sit out there and do absolutely nothing or read a book or what have you. But I absolutely find it a very key part of wellness is to have that downtime, that rest time. And we have got to get back to that, because as you just described, in my shoulders, in my body, in my nervous system, I can feel myself becoming more tense. And so what do I need to do but to bring your nervous system back to that very normal level? It's that's helpful.
Even a deep breath in and deep breath out. Just learning, even with me, learning how to just breathe. Deep breath in, deep breath out. When I go to my massage, I love a massage. They always ask, "What do you want?" I was like, "Why do y'all ask me every year? Get me a massage." Because that is, to me, where I can just. She talks about the things you can release out of your body. Just do a massage. Epsom salt. She was like, stand in some Epsom salt. The stuff that Epsom salt can pull out of your body. But we take all that natural stuff for granted, grounded, just standing there on the ground barefooted.
That is key.
I love going. I'm telling you, the beach is one of my favorite things. And I don't want to go in the water. I just like stand out there.
Same here. Same here.
Some culture, like my country in Djibouti, and they go to beach early in the morning before nobody wake up, and before nobody enter the water. 3 days for 3 days. If you do that, it takes all the heaviness, whatever you're going through. It's like cleanse. And in Ethiopia, we have where you go to is hot water, like just fountain, like water that fall from the mountain, and actually heal you.
Oh, the water.
It is hot. It's hot, but it heal you if you're paralyzed, if you have any sickness and all that. And we have that. I never went, but my mom, she used to go there. It's more for Christianity because my mom, she was. But Islam go to like just for healings.
St. Lucia has something similar to that that you could go to. And it was just under the waterfall. And it was like the healing process of it. But it's all in the mindset.
It is.
A lot of things that we go through is really in the mindset. And we are rapidly running ourselves down for others. And I have sat back lately and said, what about me? You run yourself down trying to, what are you doing? And then you're not good for anybody. Once you run your body down.
And that's why they say self-care is so important.
It is.
Because especially, as mothers, we're all mothers, we're worried about the children and the husband and the pets. We're always taking care of others. A lot of times we forget to take care of ourselves.
Yeah, well, this month is a national wellness.
Yes.
So my question is, have you checked your physical health lately?
Yeah.
I need to do that
Yes.
myself.
Yeah.
Also add in mental.
Yeah.
Because we talk about physical, but we never think about the mental health.
Mhm.
But you're absolutely right. August is normally the month that I do all my doctor's appointments, stuff because that's my birthday month. So
Nice.
kind of do everything
Yes.
in the month
Happy
of August.
birthday month,
Thank you so
Diana.
much.
Happy birthday.
She's gonna be 31.
Yes. Yes. It's like I don't never really want anything. I just love my birthday month.
Yeah. Because that's your self-care month.
Yes.
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 Because you, like you said, you get your massage gift certificates, you get your pedicures, just everything is taken care of. That's the month everybody takes care of you. So that's why I think everybody loves the birthday month.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
we
the
have to
Mother's
do
Day.
consistently too, because
Yes.
we live
We have
every
to.
day. We have to be consistent, like working out. If you like to walk, just walk for 10 minutes. If you have to do laying down on the ground, whatever you need to do, take care of yourself because you might not make it to next year for your birthday. You see what I'm saying? Like we're losing so many people. I know, like, God, it can be me. No, for real, like we take it for granted. We worry about next year or tomorrow, but today, the only moment, this is the moment that we have.
Right
Yeah.
now,
And that goes back to what Octavia was saying was be present. Be present in the moment. Because you're right. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring for any of us.
That's true.
Yeah, you will meditate, whatever you need to do. Like you say, mental health. I know physical is good, right? But this is connected to our body. Everything we feel here and we feel in our body, like we were talking about. She have beautiful skin, and how if we are peaceful with ourselves within, it shows in our face, in our body. So it's very important to be mindful about ourselves before even we can worry about other people. And because if I'm okay, I know my children, they're gonna be okay. If I'm not okay, my children, they're gonna see mommy that just screaming, everything, like, no, I'm being honest, and I'm speaking of life experience, when I'm not okay, my children feel it because of the way my voice, even when I call them, it's like aggressive. You see what I'm saying? But when you are peaceful with yourself, you genuinely respond how you really feel. It's very important to be mindful, take care of yourself, and be genuine, be kind to yourself, because it's very important you be kind to you before you can be kind to somebody else.
True to yourself.
I call it AL because it embodies everything. AL is spiritual, emotional, even financial.
That's right.
Where are we with that?
yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Environmental, even.
absolutely. When all of those stressors add up, the way we're talking about how stress actually registers in our body, it can attack us physically. So when we are bringing and inviting in stress to take over our body, our minds, our situations, you start notice it adding up. And that's why you feel it in your physical parts. So it all, as was stated earlier, it all goes hand in hand, how it operates together. And I would even add, to me, for myself, I know, and probably many of us, your spiritual wellness as well. So when you have whatever that means for you, and whenever that all comes together, then it can help to bring you into a healthier place physically, help to bring you into a healthier place, mentally, when it all is working hand in hand. So,
It all connected.
yes.
It all connected.
Everybody part is needed.
Yeah, every part.
What I say, everybody part is needed. It's really needed. But I like you when you ask about physical. What do you do for yourself, for your wellness?
I do. I get up early in the morning. I take my walk, even just 10 to 15 minutes. It helps. It goes a long way. Come back and just relax for a minute and start my day positively.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah. What about you?
For me, first thing I do, you guys might not believe this as well. I go bathroom, I wash off, I pray. I get in my knees. Of course, I'm Muslim, so I pray 5 times a day. So first thing I do is go to bathroom, wash off, meditate, sit there, get in the ground. When I touch my hand, something about just being on the ground. And then that's when I get up, I put my clothes to go for a run. come back and get ready the children in school. So that is every day, Monday to Sunday.
That's awesome.
Just goes round.
Wow.
Yeah. What you do, Raquel?
Yeah. Well, mine is at the end of the day. So I am not an early riser. I really love sleeping in, and now that I can sleep in, I sleep in. But at night is when I reflect on my day and prep myself for the next day. But I take that alone time. So Johnny goes to bed earlier than I do, and I think it just started when when the kids were little. It was after that I put them to bed and their day was done. Then it was my time. So no matter what time it was, it's never the same. Saturday could be later, Sunday, but I always get that time at night. Just to decompress, listen to the ocean breeze, get my mind right, reflect on the day, what transpired, what do I have to work on, I'm very critical of myself. I go through and it's like, oh, could I handle that situation a little better? Or, oh, I hope I didn't say that and it came across the wrong way. Or I'm just very critical of myself. So I reflect on my day to make sure that the next day I do better.
How about you, Dan?
I probably think I have a mixture because I'm like Raquel. I'm very a night person, but I do have a morning routine where I get up and pray. That's my first thing is I have to go into that to ask the Lord to lead me. Because I could be critical too of myself, and because I know I'm a very direct person in a lot of conversation. Don't mean I'm right, but I am. So I do go into that moment, and since I have been dealing with this illness, I have noticed that I do stuff in the morning, but I may lay down and through the night or early in the morning, I may get up and do stuff. My Bible is always, I got Bibles everywhere. And I was like, let me think about this right here. And I'll go to a scripture and I kind of pray about it to see how it relates to me. And I'm always thinking of what can I do to help somebody. So that's a lot of mine. And I love walking. Even more now so since I've been through this. Walking, walking has been something different.
It
does.
So I think I'm really looking at life a lot different now than I have been because I think I took it for granted. But now it's just even sitting back going, let me breathe in and breathe out because I couldn't do it at one point. So yeah.
What about you?
Loving people.
How about you?
Oh, for me, it's exactly the same, like starting the day for sure with just God, praying and meditating. I try to be very conscious of not grabbing my phone to start checking notifications. And so instead, my deal with God is like, I'm going to check in with you. And, and sometimes it's watching maybe some ministry, maybe my own church, but also something different. And just kind of saying, well, Lord, just send me a message. And then it'll be like about, transition. I'm like, oh, that was meant for me. Let me listen to that. But definitely reading my word and connecting with what word am I standing on today. And then I ask God, like, show me my assignment. And so that's really how I start my day to try to make it very focused on, being well for myself, but checking with him first, because he says, do not grow weary in well doing. So to make sure that I'm not just doing, but I'm doing what he wanted me to do. That's why I start that way.
The way I phrase is I tell God, what we're going to do today, whatever we're going to do is going to be done. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So
good way. And the segment into that, our conversation today is on emptiness. What else? Oh my, empty nesters.
And transition.
Yeah. That we all are dealing with something. And it's funny because I'm seeing your baby getting ready to leave.
Oh my God, don't even say it. I don't want to, I don't want to cry.
Well, we all have done it.
For me, Snow is this Friday. Yeah, this Friday we have to take her. I'm like, I've been holding back, but I know some point they have to come out, cry like, Mom, please just don't do from my friends. I'm like,
what advice can you give us towards
these life changes.
Yeah,
It's like changes. Well, I know a little something about um, empty nesting. I know a little something about like just those changes that you go through at this stage of life. It was my birthday month too, so I just turned 58.
Oh my word!
Thank you. But all my children are grown and also gone from the home, so I can relate to that in terms of, just having the empty nest. I always say that the quiet is so loud in my house. So sometimes, it just feels like, what am I going to do with all of this quiet? So I feel you. Every time one of the kids got ready to go off to school or to the next part of their life, I was always doing that inventory about like, what am I going to do now? It's when the last one left and you're like, oh my gosh, now the nest is completely empty. So I think the question becomes, for all of us, who am I now? Who am I now that I'm not like a mother in the same role?
Yeah.
Right? Who am I now that I'm not a wife, if that's the case? Part of my life is my husband passed away, went to heaven about 10 years ago. So I literally went through that life transition of having to ask this question. And for me, it was like being able to just say, for others and to help others realize, like, who am I now that I'm going through retirement? Who am I now, that the nest is becoming completely empty? Who will I be? And what's the key to that? And I think the first thing is, we've talked about it a little bit already in this circle. It's the identity of myself. Who am I? That's the first question. What do I enjoy? Who am I when this role is not the only way that I'm defined? And sometimes that can be a bit intimidating. It can be a bit intimidating, right? I'm not done raising this child. Is this child ready? Sometimes the question is, no, am I ready? Am I ready to let go? What will be my identity when I'm not at the soccer games, or I'm not taking them to band practice, when I'm not cooking my husband's meals, when I'm not ironing his camis, or whatever the case may be? Who am I when I have to just stand in the mirror and look at me and decide what that is? So I think that kind of begins with recognizing. The first R is recognizing. This is where I'm at. I am in this place, this particular place right now, and I'm blessed to be here. This was always coming. This is no surprise to God. However I got here, whether it's widowhood or divorce or just life moving along, and you're blessed enough to be the age you are right now. And so now the nest has emptied, and that part of my purpose has transitioned. As a mom, I'm now an advisor to an adult, 33-year-old young lady. The rest are sons. So now my role isn't to be in her business every day. Right?
I'm also an empty nest, empty nester now, but I see it as a new beginning, rather than an ending. But my question is, should be our children call us instead of us initiating the call?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I initiate a lot of the calls, and it's really not, it's just to check on them. Hey, how you guys doing? Ain't heard from you. Because I got kids all over. One in Pennsylvania, one in Indiana, one in Charlotte, and one in Durham. And one's here locally. That one I see every day, talk with them every day. So it makes me miss my other ones because we don't have that same connection like the one living closest to me. So I do initiate.
I do the same thing also. And sometimes we always hear, because I'm busy. And here I am as a mom. Hey, what is 1 or 2 minutes? It's true.
It is. It really is.
And they're always on their phone too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's different. Even like when they're on the phone, when you call them, like my daughter and my son, I have, he's 25. Yasmin, like I told her, okay, mom, I'm okay. Okay, she's ready to hang up. But with her phone, she talked forever. I said, Yasmin, you don't want to talk to me, mom? No, I have to go. So yeah, it just is. I think I will call her every day, and I tell her like, just know that, just call. If you don't answer, at least I know I'm calling to check on you, or I'm gonna drive. It's 2 hours and a half.
Those are pretty popular phrases. I'm busy. I have to go. And we
I have to go.
I think that one of the hardest things is really that your role has changed. You know, so of course, when we're raising them and they're younger, we're able to pour into them every day. And also, too, it pours back into us to have poured in. To be mom has given you a sense of self. And so I think that that's really the hard part, right? Is that has now changed the way it looks. Having 4, my interaction, my daughter and I probably talk more. My sons and I, it is a check-in. Sometimes it's a visit, you know, me physically going there. And then if I really want to trick them, for like Christmas or what have you, like I'll get a space and then invite everybody into the space, but I will leave enough room for them to still be themselves, because I think that's when you get to see that now they're adulting.
Yes.
And so they can kind of interact and come dip in and out, wake up when they want. The worst time I've ever had is trying to book like a vacation to like Disney, and then none of them show up at the right time. It is a pain in the butt.
And it's funny you mentioned that, because we take a family vacation every year, and it gets harder and harder every year to lock down a time and a location. So we do a whole year advance. So next year, they all know I want to go to Yellowstone. So we're going to go to Yellowstone. So they all know, okay, mom wants to go to Yellowstone. So they got to dedicate that time and save their money, because mom doesn't pay for everything because they are grown adults.
But of course, I see a lot of positive things also of being empty nesters. Number 1, you and your spouse has a lot of time now together. Your marriage is more focused. And
yeah, I tell people that if you raise your children, they go on with your life, go enjoy yourself. Like, please, you know, don't feel guilty. Now they're gone. Only I think is mankind that we like to attach. Like, look at animals. Like, look, bird, they give baby, like, okay, go fly. Go find something to eat. I'm not going to find anything for you, you know? But we, for some reason, we like I think the nature of human, and we like to attach on something, then we don't know how to let it go. And at the same time, we say we believe in God. God gave us the child to raise certain way, then we let it go so they can find their way, you know. So, and I tell people, like, when they tell me, oh, my children, they go, please run. Go enjoy yourself. Go find something to do. You know, as you know, not everybody have the same life raising children. Some struggle to raise their children. If you're single mother, you know what I'm saying? You work hard. You put your child to college. Now it's your time. Don't feel guilty. Your child will find a way. You did, right? Go enjoy yourself. Like, don't drive the emotion. I'm learning that. I'm speaking to myself now. As I'm speaking to myself. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, we have to.
We need to rediscover ourselves. And I like when you brought up the word identity, because of course, when they were little, here we are fixing their breakfast. We have to wake up early. Now we are empty nesters.
Or even when you go to the school, there's Michael's mom. Or wasn't your name? You were so-and-so's mom.
Yes, I welcome that. When I go to Wilmington, I have a son, and he now has his own like stage name, if you would. And they go, "Oh, there's Lou's mom." I love that. I say, because we raised them to go out and to do the things that they're about to do, right? And I think it does become a time of us needing like a little bit of support to get through the transition of being an empty nester. You know, not all of the women that I talk to or even that draw close to me to kind of want to know how to do it necessarily maybe have a spouse, you know, to share this particular chapter of their life with. And I have to tell them, like, sometimes it wasn't always easy. I used to sit at that table at a restaurant And it was a very big table to sit at by myself.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, that's a little intimidating. And then I finally moved to the bar, right? I said, well, I'll sit at the bar. Now, I'll tell you, I didn't want to sit at the bar initially because I used to think differently about people sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
And then I learned to kind of say, well, let me do that. So I sat at the bar and I realized there's a lot of conversation. There's a way to bring in community. And that's really what I want to highlight. We can bring in community the way we're doing now, the way you invite friends to do something, the way you create the space for someone to come in if you are feeling lonely, if you are feeling isolated. I think one of the biggest things that's hard about transition and hard about empty nesting is isolation.
That's true.
Right? Lonely,
That's true.
being alone, we can do when we want to, as we all have said. I want to wake up. I want to spend that time. I want to have that cup of coffee. But loneliness is the part that makes things creep up that we don't want to have.
Yeah.
And so you can create that by inviting community. And I know that for myself from the very beginning, when I was by myself, I know that I am where I am today because of community that surrounded me. And it also was in moments when everybody goes home and I didn't have people. I built it. I built the community and said, I'm going to put together this group of women who are in the same shoes that I'm in. Yeah. So whether you got a divorce group and you're like, I'm going to do this women in divorce, or others that are widows, or others that are by themselves, or a bunch of friends that are, empty nesters, you just pull together a community of the others that can support you. And I think it has, the ability to.
I like that when you create the community that you need.
Yeah.
That's good.
So you brought up about loneliness.
Yes.
And I was looking at the statistics, AARP's 2025 survey of about 3,300 Americans. 40% of U.S. adults age 45 plus reported feeling lonely.
Yes.
That's a lot still.
45 plus.
But ladies, don't lie to me, okay? Don't you love your peace and quiet sometimes?
That's what I was saying. I'm 44.
Don't you love it?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm 44, but I love my being by myself. Oh my God, I'm so in love with me. Like I'm good.
But sometimes,
I'm good. Okay,
but sometimes, ladies, I told Jack like I kind of miss also somebody's like a noise.
Yes.
From little kids,
yes.
Sometimes
I have
miss
a lot.
that.
My door, my community. They knock my door like they run. I'm like I don't have time to play with you. Stop. They come back.
It's summertime. They get bored.
Yes, mom. That's when my tear come. Like I'm here, mom. Can we have a snack? Why can't you just say that? Why are you running back and forth?
Well, sometimes people have built a life on being a we. And so the transition that they're going through is going from being a we to a me, right? And that can be either the physically being a me, i.e. divorce or widowhood, or it can be a me of rediscovering me, that even though there's someone else in the home with me, I don't want to do what he wants to do. I want to do maybe something different. I want to get together with some girlfriends and maybe go on a solo trip. Or I want to go do something different and just do this by myself, Sometimes the figuring out how to be a me is a whole new chapter. For however you stumbled upon it, different ways. And so how do I do that? And that's really, again, back to that chapter of self-identity. I really think, that I find that women are trying to figure out, but how do I do that if my identity is wrapped up in the way it used to look? So you can recognize how it was. You can identify, well, this is how it was. Looks a little different now, and so now what will I do? So maybe I'll take a solo trip. Maybe I'll go on my own. And, I've done that, just launched out. I had to bravely book the trip, go to New York, Times Square, and say, okay, I'm going to explore this city by myself. And you said, I love being by myself, right? Some of you. I hated it. I absolutely, oh yes. I hated it initially. And then I realized how much power there really is in discovering who you are and what you want to do without someone else impacting it. You're like, I can
I can do
I
it.
can
Yeah,
join
you
this
can just
place
leave anytime.
and do
You
what
can
I
do
want.
whatever you want. You don't have to wait
I agree.
Yeah.
for someone.
Like you're not offending anybody. You're not saying anything. You know, if you offend yourself with you, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna fight you. You're gonna fight you. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
you.
Yes.
It just, I think it's good to have people. Of course, we are created to connect with mankind, and but at the same time, if we don't get to know ourselves, that's what we are in so many in mental health and stuff. Because I have friend, she will do anything for you to come to her house. That's how much she doesn't like to be alone. No, for real. Like she will tell family, come on, I will cook for you. I will do anything so she can just have people. I never understood, but then later on, I learned that that's what it makes her safe. But when you learn yourself, it's like, I'm okay. You know, that's why when you, and I was studying psychology, people have hard time in childhood. They know how they can survive.
Absolutely.
Because they've been through a lot in life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I think it's good to get to know yourself, who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So,
can-
are there steps for you to identify your new role? Is there certain steps a person kind of goes through to discover that, or is it just one day you wake up and you're like, I guess this is me now?
Well, yes, to your point, I definitely think, like you said, recognizing this is where I am, and then reclaiming the identity, right? Reclaiming what that is, because now I recognize that this is where I am, empty nester or transitioning, but then how will I reclaim it? And then there is the actually like beginning to actually walk it out, you know? So, for me, I think it kind of was, realizing three different things I feel like we have control over that I think help us, especially as women. I totally said, God, you'll have to help me with these three things. The first one was decision making. The second one was perspective taking. The third one was pattern breaking.
Oh, that's good.
That's a big one there. That
Okay.
That's good.
That's a hard one.
And so with decision making, it was like, you know, help me to make the decision, because it becomes the question of, am I making the right decision, or am I trying to make my decision right? Right now, if you're used to leaning to someone to your left to ask, you may not be sure. It could be something as far as buying a new car, buying a new house, or just making a decision about what to eat. You know, but you're not really sure, like, about what to do. And so when you're not sure about making this decision, sometimes it can get a little tough. But perspective taking is another one. If I shift my perspective, maybe I'll begin to see what I'm doing a little differently. I need you to help me. You know, I need this help. And then great girlfriends that are actually that inner circle can help you shift your perspective, because you're like, you know, she's like, girl, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not working. What you're doing, right? So you being able to be accountable, but allowing people to actually help shift maybe a direction you were going in. And so help me with my perspective taking, because if I need to shift my perspective, if you are sharing that space with someone at home and the nest is empty, that's a whole new chapter, because it was centered around children.
Right.
Now it's centered around you and your mate.
Yeah.
I need a new perspective to be able to realize how are we going to do this, just you and I. Do you know what I mean? This, not as parents, but now as dating again, as getting to know each other again. You know, how do we do that like we would have in the beginning? You know, what does that look like? And then I think, as we just said, pattern breaking, I have patterns. You wake up too late, or you get up too early, or you know what I mean? I don't like to cook, or I do like to cook, or whatever. And, you know, in that new chapter of life, what, you know, that you asked me about, how do I break patterns that weren't working? And how do I embrace patterns that will really help me to, to grow? Yeah. To be able to show that I can, have this impact on the world that may be rooted in a different purpose. Maybe it's not rooted in the same way I lived it out before, but now I'm about to blossom.
Wow. I like that.
Yes, what you just said about when you have children with your partner, now the children's gone. Sometimes I saw like some people get divorced after the children, because the attention go back to like, now you pay attention to this man or this woman. You've been married for a long time, but they were children keep you busy. Now, not paying attention to one another. I think I cannot imagine for some couples, like, can be really like, it can be good and it can be bad because now it's only two of you.
Yeah, it's life, it's really a life rediscover. Because say you start here, you go into your life, now you become empty nester, you start here again. You need to rediscover yourself again right here.
Yes.
I like that, the pattern thinking.
Technically, that's what life is. Like, we go back to the beginning, like, we age, we go back to like little kid. We've been changed and all that.
Yes.
It's just life is just circle that never ends.
Yes. Well, part of that self-discovery too, you remember when you got married, you kind of, if you're married and that's your story, you kind of took a part of yourself that had to kind of be one with another person. So you may have had some things that kind of got put back here. When you became a parent, you had some things that got put back there. So, now that you're in this situation of rediscovery, you're trying to bring back things. Sometimes there are dreams and hopes you had always wanted. And I find that women that talk to me as they're in a, transitioning through life, they're like, well, I always wanted to ... whether travel, I always wanted to paint, I always wanted to skydive, whatever, and then so now there's this opportunity to do that now.
Yeah.
Does your mate want to do that? We don't know.
Yeah.
Will you do it without them? You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
That rediscovery. And it's just this welcoming chance. Now it can be challenging, which is why divorce does come into play sometimes, because what if that person is more of a couch potato?
Yeah.
Not knocking couch potatoes, but if you were sitting with them and that was okay while y'all were in that phase, but now you suddenly got this spark of energy where you're like, I'm wanting to be out there. I want to go. I want to do stuff. I want to change my hair. I want to, I want to change the way I dress. And now you're wanting to do something different. So it can be a challenging time, but I think it's the recognizing and reclaiming and saying, here's my truth about it. I want to do something different. Will I do it alone? Or
you are the perfect example for someone that raised 4 children and that lost your husband. Sorry for your loss, but now you discovering the woman you are. Now you're in school to become a therapist.
I am.
Can you share that? Because a lot of women out there that like, like you say, they have dream and they hold their dream and what they want to do. Can you share with our viewer how they can find their way back to pursue whatever they want to do now?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for asking about that. Yeah, when life kind of threw me a curveball, I felt like, what will I do now? Cards are thrown in the air. How will I approach it? I realized that none of it was a surprise to God. And if I trust him, then he had plans for the purpose that he had inside of me, and he would continue to show me that along the way. And so I realized I can change it up. I can do whatever it is that I would want to do. So originally before I was an educator and I was in the classroom, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted to get outside of the classroom, still do some of the same thing. I'm still an educator. I am still one that is doing social work. I'm still one that is interested in therapy and helping other people. But in what other arena would you show me, Lord, where you would have me to do that that's my thought. And so with that, I just said, well, I can make this change at this part of life, now moving from being married and now widowhood. And I was previously divorced many years ago. So I have worn all the hats. So that said, I realized that when we have life experiences, God has this amazing way of using all of our experiences to be able to show us the direction to our purpose. And even if it's through pain, it actually really in a lot of ways through pain will we then find our purpose. And so it give you a sense of, well, because I've learned this, then maybe I'll start this, maybe I'll host this, maybe I'll do something different. So that's kind of my thought.
You are such a great example because you didn't stop there. You keep going because you You're
Mhm.
worth more than
Yes.
that.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, thank you.
Wow.
That was good.
So this has been a great discussion. Everybody's definitely look out for your self-care, self-awareness, and life changes happen. Whether we want them to or not, they happen. So this has been very educational. Thank you for being a good educator.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Provided
me.
some great feedback for our audience. But we would like to hear from you guys. I mean, what do you guys do for self-care? Drop it in the comment boxes below. We would love to have you share what you do. You know, something I may want to pick up. Diana might want to try it. But definitely, thank you guys for
Diana
following
definitely want
us.
to try it.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Octavia, for being
Yes,
a
thank
great
you.
co-host with us.
Thank you for
today.
having me.
And don't forget to follow, like, and share on all the social media resources that we are on. Any last words, ladies, before we sign off?
And take care of yourself. Check on yourself before you can reach somebody else.
March 6th is our Colorful Voices Gala.
See you there.
See you then.
You're invited.
Thank you. Thank you.
6th next year.
On behalf of the Colorful Voices of Sisterhood team, it is my honor to have the opportunity to share this special day with all of you. The United States First Ladies, Congress, Elderly Homes,